What's up, guys? Jesse back to my channel. Tonight I'll be doing a review for WWE Monday Night Raw. So let's get to it then. The show opens and we are shown from clips from last week. Dirty Dom and Liv Morgan are seen arriving at the arena earlier. We also see Randy Orton, Sami Zayn, and Braun Breaker walking backstage in the area. Rhea Ripley's music hits and she makes her way out to the ring. Rhea gets on the mic and says she's had a lot of time to think about what happened at SummerSlam. She has felt every emotion you can possibly feel, and she's replayed the events over and over again. But the feeling she's feeling right now is one of being pissed off. She calls out Dirty Dom and says he stabbed her in the back, but this is probably something he's heard before, but it wasn't deep enough. Dang. uh, she then focuses on her promo on Liv Morgan. She tells Morgan she can't outrun forever. Liv is up in the crowd with the mic, and Liv says she thinks Dom has things he has to get off his chest. Dom gets on the mic to massive boos and asks Rhea if she knows why he left her for Liv. It's because he's a man and deserves to be treated like one. The crowd hits back with the "You suck" chant. Dom says he was embarrassed with how Rhea treated him, a grown man calling a woman mommy. Now he has a woman who calls him daddy. He says Liv lets him be him, and that Liv did something Rhea could never, and that's helping him beat his dad. Rey Mysterio, Rhea says she's proud of Dom's accomplishment, as watching him turn into a man is one of her biggest accomplishments. She says she never helped him beat Rey because she wanted him to prove himself. She tells Dom choosing Liv is the last decision he will make. Liv gets on the mic, says, and Dom is a man, he's all hers. Liv says she took Rhea's family and that Rhea is alone. She says she has everything and Rhea has nothing. Everything Rhea loves Liv has Liv to shut up. Rhea tells Liv to shut up and says she took all of her weaknesses, but that Rhea is still standing and she's still going to go through Liv. Damian Priest shows up behind Dom and Liv and attacks Dom. He takes Dom out to the concession area and Liv jumps Priest, but Ripley makes her way to the concession area and chasing off Liv. Priest and Dom are now back by the ring. Priest connects with the right hand and they both get in the ring. Priest goes to chokeslam Dom and Carlito comes in and tries to get Priest, but he nails Carlito, who goes out of the ring. We cut to commercial break. All right, in the ring we have our first match. First match is Damian Priest. Come on, Damian Priest versus Carlito. Priest gets Carlito down with a big boot and continues to hammer on him in the turnbuckle. Carlito is pinned face first and he quickly rolls out of the ring. Priest goes out after him and throws him back in the ring. Priest connects with a kick and then sets up Carlito for a razor's edge, but he fights out and hits Priest with a DDT for a 2 count. Carlito with some blows to Priest and connects with a kick that pisses off Priest. Priest gets Carlito with a flatliner for a 2 count. Priest goes to the top rope, but Carlito stops him and they go back and forth with punches. Carlito shakes the rope, nutting Priest. He gets Priest up for a suplex off the top rope, and we go to a commercial. Alright. We come back from commercial, and Priest is rallying against Carlito. Carlito connects with a running knee and net breaker for a 2 count on Priest. Carlito trash talks Priest and hits him a couple of times as Priest starts to fire up and hits a spinning heel kick on Carlito. Priest gets Carlito down with a big right hand and connects with a running elbow, and then he hits a broken arrow on Carlito. Both men trade kicks and Priest connects with a huge clothesline. Priest hits the South of Heaven for the win. So winner is Damian Priest. And JD and Balor run in, followed by Dom and Liv, and they attack Priest. Ripley's music hits and she comes out to the aid of Priest. She takes out Carlito and corners Balor in the ring. Priest goes for a super kick, but JD pushes Balor out of the way. The rest of the crew makes a run for it, and JD is met with a chokeslam. The Terror Twins hug in the ring, and Dom gets on the top rope and attempts an ambush and is caught by Priest. He throws Dom to Ripley, who sets him up for a riptide, but Morgan saves him. Sorry guys, it's not you. It's a dumbass person with a car and shit. All right. Anyways, backstage, Alpha Academy and Ivy Nile tells Maxine to not come out to the ring with the Alpha Academy. Maxine wants none of it, and won't abandon her family. As we go to commercial, we come back from commercial break to a promo for the Wyatt Six. Uncle Howdy says something is happening, something big. He says he was there for the debut of the Wyatt Six, and it cuts to a quick clip of Bray Wyatt in a field of trees. Uncle Howdy says, "My life for you," over and over again. The promo cuts out. Pat McAfee and Michael Cole talk about the debut of the Wyatt Six and Odyssey Jones, and we get a replay of him taking out AOP and Karrion Kross. Xavier was backstage with Kofi Kingston and Odyssey Jones. Kofi says they're gonna return the favor of having Jones back, and they'll be with him at ringside. They leave Woods, who looks on apprehensively, whatever. All right, second match coming out is Odyssey Jones with the New Day versus Vincent Weenie, whatever. Weenie goes out at Jones from the bell, but Jones comes back and throws Weenie across the ring, clotheslines in the corner from Jones to Weenie. Jones throws Weenie up and hits a huge slam, and then somersaults onto Weenie. Jones splashes onto Weenie in the corner and attempts another slam, but Weenie slides through and tries to get at Jones' knees, and Jones hits a spinning sidewalk slam for the 3 count. So winner is Odyssey Jones. Jones and the New Day celebrate in the ring and are interrupted by Karrion Kross. He goes on the mic and says the New Day is trying to replace Big E and Odyssey, but Odyssey is actually there to replace Woods. AOP, Paul Ellering, and Scarlett look on as Woods gets on the mic and asks which two will take on the New Day. Kobe suggests a 6-man tag, the Final Testament versus the New Day and Odyssey Jones. Kross accepts the challenge next week on Raw. Backstage, Adam Pearce is on the phone saying he wants a match finalized. Drew McIntyre comes in, and Pearce says CM Punk is in here. McIntyre asks why Orton is here and in the running for the belt. Drew warns Pearce about Orton and says he'll take care of this problem while on his best behavior. All right. All right. Next match is a Texas Tornado tag team match. Alpha Academy with Maxine Dupree versus American Made. Vimy is seen in the corner, and is seeing the crowd, crows wherever as Alpha Academy makes their way to the ring. American Made is out next. We are told Gable isn't here as he's in France for the Olympics. The match starts with all 4 men going at. Otis throws out Creed and then goes for Brutus. Julius Creed and Akira go at it, and Creed comes out on top. Both the Creeds double team Otis and the corner of the ring. They whip Otis to the opposite end, and he slams against the turnbuckle and falls flat for a 2 count. The Creeds continue the double team, but Tozawa comes back in and launches himself off of Otis' shoulders and takes down the brothers. Otis puts Tozawa on his shoulders and uses him as a weapon and takes out the brothers, who go to the outside. Otis throws Tozawa out of the ring onto Julius and Brutus. We come back from a commercial break with Tozawa in the ring and the Creed brothers double teaming Otis. They clear the announce table and put Otis on it, but Tozawa tries to interfere, but Julius catches him and power bombs him into the barricade, and he throws Tozawa back in the ring for the 2 count. The brothers double team Tozawa, who comes out of nowhere with a double DDT. Otis is still out on the outside, and he makes his way into the ring. Otis tramples through the brothers and takes them down with right hands and splashes into the turnbuckle. Otis catches Julius mid-air and then hits a counter for a 2 count. Otis takes out Brutus with the clothesline, but is met with the running knee by Julius. The brothers hit a standing moonsault and shooting star press for the 2 count. The brothers now tag team Tozawa, who counters into a hurricanrana. Tozawa clears the ring and attempts a suicide bomb, but botches it. He now tries for a high-flying move, but is stopped. All 4 men are in the corner. Suplex on Otis, and then Tozawa comes out to splash onto the brothers. All 4 men are down, and the Alpha Academy is out first. Outside, Ivy Nile attacks Maxine and slams her onto the announce table. Otis and Tozawa get distracted by the Dragon Sleeper hold. Ivy has on Maxine and gets the pin on Tozawa. Alright, so winners are American made. Alright, we go to an interview with Jackie Redmond and Pete Dunne. They discuss Sheamus, and Dunne says he's responsible for Sheamus' success. He says he never wants to be called Butch again, and he's Pete Dunne. He'll shut down Sheamus up as he never wants to be called Butch again. Backstage, Braun Breaker's warming up for his match against Sami Zayn. We are back from commercial, and we see a recap of Bronson Reed and his ring powerness attack on Seth Rollins. Alright, backstage, Bronson Reed is getting scolded by Adam Pearce. Reed says he wanted to make an impact, and he says Pearce can either find an opponent tonight or he'll just find his next victim. Up next, we have the women's number one contender match for the tag titles. We cut to Io Sky and Kairi Sane backstage, and they say they're going to defeat the faction of Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, and Sonya Deville. We then cut to Star Baszler and Deville, who tell Damage Control to shoot their shot. We cut to the ring, and we see Isla Dawn and Alba Fire make their way to the ring. Alright, next match is Damage Control versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark with Sonya Deville. Kairi Sane and Io Sky are out first as Isla Dawn and Alba Fire look on. We see Dodie, Lumini, Candice Michelle in the crowd, and the announcers shout her out, and she does her little dance. Next out are the Pure Fusion Collective, Star Baszler, Deville. While we are shown the wreckage, PFC has caused Baszler and Sky Star off, and Sky takes down Baszler with the head scissor. Sane is tagged in, and she is all over the ring, leaving Baszler a little out of it. Sane has Baszler gassed in the corner and hits a baseball slide, and Zane then hits a high crossbody on Baszler for a 2 count. Baszler takes out and tags Stark. PFC double teams Zayn, and they tease the champs who are watching from the outside. We cut to commercial. We are We are back with Zayn and Baszler in the ring. Zayn is trying to make the tag, but Baszler keeps her from it. Zayn is hoisted up and counters with a DDT on Baszler. Both women tag out, and Sky and Star go at it, with Sky taking it to start. Sky outsmarts Stark, and Sky hits a double missile drop kick on both Stark and Baszler. Bullet train attack on Stark by Sky for a 2 count. Sky tries for a double hook underhook move, but Stark counters with a German suplex. Baszler is tagged in, and they double team Sky for a 2 count. As Zayn breaks the count, Baszler tags in Stark, and Io hits a double underhook shoulder breaker. Sky goes to the top, but Deville distracts, allowing Baszler to distract Sky. The women are outside, and Stark kicks the champ accidentally. Sky hits her moonsault, but before she can get the pin, Dawn and Fire come in and dismantle both teams. So winners are Damage Control via disqualification. Alright, backstage, this is funny. Alright, backstage, Miz and R-Truth are hanging out. Truth says he got Miz a match against Braun, and it shows the match graphic as against Bronson Reed. Randy Orton talks of the Miz and gets him pumped up for his match. That was funny. Alright, Randy Orton. Alright, I have a promo segment coming up right now. Randy Orton comes out to the ring and gets on mic. Orton interacts with the crowd and gives us a history lesson. 20 years ago, he won the world title for the very first time, becoming the youngest champion of a few short weeks. He'll become a 15-time world champ. Gunther interrupts and makes his way to the ring. 75% of the time he's been in the WWE, he's been a champion. But champion Pat McAfee tells us Gunther grabs a mic. Orton says he's gonna beat Gunther at the Bash in Berlin, and Monday Night Raw will be his new home. Gunther says Orton is one of the greatest of all time, but let's be honest, he was the greatest of all time. As Orton has unlimited potential, he's wasted it. He tells Orton it's the era of the ring general, and this era doesn't have room for people who wasted potential, and that there is no room for Orton in this era. Orton comes back and I was saying he's made more mistakes than anyone in the locker room, but he's a new man and he's owned up to his mistakes. Orton reminds Gunther who Gunther is talking to. Orton says he's the most violent, controversial, yet successful superstar in the WWE, and it's a gift, not curse. Orton says he does it the American way. He has 5 kids and a smoke show wife, and he's a 14, soon to be 15-time champion, WWE World Champion. Damn it. And while he appreciates Gunther's opinion, he assures he's done well for himself. Gunther comes back with saying it's all good, but he says Orton is predictable. Gunther has some predictions. He'll beat up Orton. Prediction 2. Orton will not be champion again. He says when it really matters, Orton always screws up, but that isn't an insult, as it comes naturally to the Orton. He calls Grandpa Orton and Papa Orton a screw up, but RKO is the biggest screw up of all. The men drop their mics and get into each other's faces. Drew tires music hits and makes his way to this almost brawl. Drew gets on the mic outside the ring, which makes Gunther turn to McIntyre, but Orton spins him around and hits RKO out of nowhere. CM Punk shows up and Attack retreats into the crowd while Punk celebrates. Alright, Jackie Raymond catches up with Sheamus backstage, who talks about the things done. Said Ludwig Kaiser comes in and says he'll put an end to the Celtic Warrior. Pete Dunne attacks Sheamus as Kaiser retreats. Dunne bashes Sheamus' hand with a crowbar. Backstage, we see CM Punk walking and Kathy Kelly stomps Punk. She says she was on the same flight as Punk, so it's weird. He said he couldn't be here due to flight issues. Punk said he called Drew's bluff and just said that because he still has the bracelet. That means so much to Punk. Punk says he can keep the bracelet, but keeps his wife's name and his dog's name out of his mouth. Punk says he doesn't get why McIntyre runs from a fight he started. All right, next match, fifth match 5, The Miz with R-Truth versus Bronson Reed. Miz is out first with R-Truth. Miz is stressed for this match, but Truth is fired up in the crowd. We see WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, and the arena goes dark and comes out Bronson Reed. Reed runs at Miz, who kicks him in the face. Miz gets a bunch of punches and hits on Reed and keeps away from Reed until Reed lets Miz run right into him. Miz is now down and Reed somersaults onto Miz. Miz heads to the outside and True helps him up. Reed comes off the apron and plows through Miz, and we go to commercial. Back from the commercial, Miz is trying to get some offense on Reed and gets Reed to the outside. Miz throws himself over the top rope onto Reed. Reed gets back into the ring, and Miz slides between his legs and gets in the ring and hits a spinning tornado DDT for a 2 count. Miz with kicks to Reed's sternum that don't phase Reed. Miz hammers into Reed in the corner, attempts a crossbody and jumps into a Death Valley driver. Reed goes up top and covers Miz for the win after a top rope splash. So winner is Bronson Reed. After the match, winner is Bronson Reed. After the match, Reed tries to splash Miz again, but True comes in for the save and is squished by Reed, who goes back up again and hits Truth again with a splash. He goes for the third and fourth while visuals yell at him. Just when you think he's done, Reed climbs up top again, and Pierce is in his face, telling him to stop, and Reed finally relents, but he runs to the other corner, and Tsunami's Truth again. Jamie Noble Boy is in the ring and telling Reed to take a hike. Reed yells and leaves the ring. Pierce catches up to Reed and lectures him. Reed turns around and heads back to the top rope and hits another tsunami on Truth. Backstage, Sami Zayn is stretching and Jey Uso pops by and heights up Zayn. He says when Zayn wins, they'll go after the Judgment Day. Lots of yeet again with these two. Alright, we come back from commercial with the Judgment Day backstage. They talk about the Terror Twins being a joke and how they'll dismantle the Terror Twins since Liv and Dom take on Priest and Ripley at Bash and Burn. Balor says Priest should watch out at as backstabber Balor is on the loose. Zayn comes out in the ring. We go backstage, catch up with Breaker as he walking to the ring. He said he's a badass and it's time to do what badasses do. And his music hits, and he makes his way out for his match. Alright, main event time, match 6. Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker, 2 out of 3 falls match. Alright, Breaker stares down Zayn from outside the ring, and both men beat off each other in the ring. Breaker starts with getting Zayn in the corner, and Zayn comes back with punches. Zayn sends Breaker over the top rope and then hits a over the top rope dive. Alright, we come back from break. Breaker goes for a 2 count. Breaker swings Zayn into the rope, and Zayn meets Breaker with a kick in the face. Breaker gets Zayn for a 2 count, chops to Breaker, and a DDT for a 2 count for Zayn. Zayn is powering up and attempts a thunderbomb, but Breaker counters and hits a German suplex on Zayn. Breaker slams against Zayn in the core, but Sami hits Breaker with a little kick for the 3 count. So first fall winner, Sami Zayn. Both men are on the outside, and Zayn attempts a moonsault but is caught. Breaker slams Zayn into the barricade, and we cut to commercial. Back from the break, Breaker hits a Frankensteiner on Zayn for a 2 count. Both men are down, and Breaker is up first. Zayn is gorilla press, power slam, and the spear and Breaker. It's another spear for the pin. So second fall winner, Braun Breaker. Alright, Zayn is flattened on the mat as Breaker paces and growls. He tries for a pin, but Zayn does a backslide pin for a 2 count. Now on the outside, Zayn is being bounced off the announce table. Breaker jumps off the apron onto Zayn. Zayn is laid out while Breaker chills in the ring, and Zayn is almost counted out. Breaker sits Zayn on the top row and tries for a superplex, but Zayn fights back and does a top rope sunset powerbomb on Breaker for a 2 count. Both men try to get on their feet, but they're both stumbling. Zayn attempts an exploder suplex in the corner, but Breaker is able to overpower and suplex him. Zayn is able to get a 2 count on Breaker and gets Breaker down again with the kick to the face for a 2 count. Zayn is getting frustrated and drags Breaker to the corner and gets on the top rope. Breaker gets on his feet and runs up the turnbuckle, but Zayn knocks him down and goes for a splash, but Breaker catches him mid-air with spear and the 3 count. Alright, so third fall winner, Braun Breaker. So winner is Braun Breaker, and still the Intercontinental Champion and stuff. So anyways, it was a good show tonight and stuff, and man, it was good. So yeah, so more better than what AEW is doing right now. So anyways, their ratings are going down, AEW. So I don't think they're gonna make it for 10 years. So anyways, that was it. So yeah, Monday Raw was good tonight and stuff. So anyways, that was this first video. Hope you like it or not, whatever. I don't care. But anyways, that was it. So like, subscribe, hit the bell button, leave comments, stuff, whatever you guys want to do. I don't care. And that was it. And I'll see you guys in the next video for AEW Dynamite. Alright? Laters.